Hello again, and welcome to the Corner Studio here in my garage. And I see from my high-tech teleprompter that it is indeed time for an episode of Friday Evening Camera Talk. This one is number 105. Before anybody hits the back button or starts dropping comments saying the audio is terrible tonight or whatever, we're doing an audio test right now. We've opened the show that way. This is the ME-D10 microphone, which is the hot shoe mic that goes with the Nikon ZR, and we're filming the program right now with the ZR. It's got the mic on it and the 28-400 lens, and we're about 6 feet away from the microphone right now. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll do another test with the mic. We'll work through our tests. Then we'll ease into the regular show. I'll put my regular mics on and we'll get down to our normal items. We've got a lot of stuff to walk through tonight, so we'll be right back. Now, we're holding up this box here, and I'm about not quite 3 feet from the mic, so we're going to see if my voice sounds any different. This microphone from Nikon works with the hot shoe on the ZR. And it only works with the hot shoe on the ZR. I know of no other cameras that this mic will work with. Now, I've introduced this mic on the channel plenty of times. This is a Saramonic V-Mic Mini 2. I think the cost on it, the last one I bought, was about $70, give or take. Now, this is the mic I'm used to using in the field when it points this way. So if I want to talk to the mic while I'm behind the camera, I have to turn the mic this way. But we're going to test this in just a second, and you'll be able to see how this performs at about $70 versus a much more expensive mic that's built specifically for the ZR. Okay, so we're back in front of the camera. The Saramonic mic is in there now. We're standing the same distance that we were from this mic, and this is a little more of a close-up look of the ME-D10. Really, we got to name this mic something a little simpler, but it has the front and rear switch and all in between. I've tried it using the rear talking into the mic while I'm filming, and it does a really good job with that. In fact, I like the job that it does in general capturing voices. You set that on focus to capture voices, pure, captures everything. It's simple, it's straightforward. You just switch a toggle there. I like the quality of this mic. Okay, so we're back to shooting the Z9 here with the 24-120 lens, which is what's normal for us out in the studio. I thought I'd keep the ZR in front of the camera here for a minute or two. You can see what the size of this mic is. It's very compact and trim. It doesn't get in your way around the camera, and there's no cords being plugged into the microphone input over here, which can and do interfere with the screen being, turned around. I noticed that when I had, the Saramonic plugged in. The size of the Saramonic is also a lot bigger, and you got about this much from where my finger is back that way that sticks out behind the camera. And this camera, since it doesn't have an EVF, it's not as much as a factor as using with the Z8 or the Z9, but when you go in to use the Saramonic, with the Z8, Z9, if you want to get to the EVF, sometimes you're kind of fighting with this thing, bumping into you. But you got to just praise a microphone that's this cheap and does this good. So we're still new in this one, and I'm giving it every opportunity for the price we spent on it. I have high hopes it'll do really well, but I'm not ready to do a review on the ZR yet because the wife's been mostly using it, and I barely know my way around it yet. And I'm going to scoot all that stuff off to the side so we don't have anything fall. I've got the camera bag here. I was going to show you. It's caused a little bit of a shakeup. Two things happened recently. We bought the 24-70 version 2 lens, f2.8 lens, and we bought that camera. So that camera needed to have a lens kind of assigned to it, and we picked the 28-400, of course. I was going to grab it and hold it up again, but you guys have seen the lens on the program here. So the wife's got one of the 28-400s in her camera bag as part of her field kit with her 600, because with the 600 you need some lenses underneath there, or a single lens that does a lot like the 28-400. So we got the 28-400 on the ZR, and it kind of shook up what I was going to carry in my bag. So I'm back to carrying the 400 right here, 400 4.5 all the time. And with the Z8 here, I've got the 24-70, the new lens. And I also feel like I'm behind with the 24-70. Usually I would have had more than just a first impressions, but we've had a lot of rainy and overcast weather that moved in, and I know you guys don't care about the weather report here in the sunny Pacific Northwest, but we basically have our November pattern back in October. It started like a month early, and it has really, you know, you got to shop for your sunny days when you can actually get out and do stuff. And I don't want to take this out, the 24-70, and use it when the light's mediocre, and just, you know, show those samples on the channel here and have people react to a high quality lens being shot in mediocre conditions. So that's why we haven't said more about that lens, and more will be forthcoming about it. But we will thank everybody for joining us tonight. Sure do hope to see you again soon in another video. So till then, take care.